What's up, YouTube? Man, it's been a minute, boy. Let me tell you, it's been a minute. It's been a long time since I came up with a video, though, YouTube. But, yeah, I got another little one for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting back at it. I got what you're running episode 40. 40. Can you believe that? I've done 39 other deck profile videos. But, yeah, sorry for like the hiatus, guys. I had a lot going on, but and I actually really did take a break. I didn't play for a while. I didn't play for like 6-7 months though, and but I'm back at it. This is the deck that I've been playing recently. I've actually been on a little mini tear. I've been winning my weekly leagues for a while now, and I've went to actually some like LCs too as well, and just been going undefeated and just been on a tear. So I have been earning points. I have been going to tournaments. I'm going to continue to go to tournaments, and yeah. So what I've been playing is Zoropod. It's just too good. So I'm gonna get into the deck list right now. So first and foremost, I play for Zora. And then, I think I'll do it. Which way should I do it? I think this way. Yeah, I'll do it this way. And then for Zoroark's, the trade ability, I mean, as you guys already know, it's just too busted. To be able to throw a card you don't want anymore for 2 other cards and it stacks is just too good. You just see so many cards, and you usually just dig for whatever you need. And I've set up 3 of these, I've set up 4 of these, I've set up 2 of these, and just been straight. Like, it's just too good. It's too good. And then with the riot beating 20 times the amount of your Pokemon in play. So with the choice band, you can hit 150, which really isn't, it's not anything really of importance. Because you're still 2-shotting everything with that. Just Zoroark just can't hit the damage, but for the fact that it does have 210 HP and it can swing for a DCE and just have you see more cards, it's just too good. And then I pair it up with Golisopod. Play a 3-2 split, 3 of the Wimp out, of course, just in case you start it. You can always just Wimp out to something else. And then Golisopod. First impression, of course, for 1 grass energy. You can hit for 30, and then if you come from the bench, you hit for another 90. So 1 grass energy for 120 is just too busted. Armor press for 100, and then you reduce 20 is really good. But its crossing cut GX attack with the choice band hits 170, and you can Oko Lele's and run to the bench if you need to. So it's also really good with 210 HP. It's just these 2 together, like they're just really good. It has weakness on the Lycanroc Zoroark deck or Lycanroc Buzzwole. Even though they have weakness on your Zoroark, you still get them out, and it's really not that bad. I've been stomping both versions of that deck. Like all season, so yeah, I'm not really too worried about that. And then the fire with Ho, you don't see that too often, but I play a Coco, so I'm not really too worried about that matchup. Support, of course, I play 3 Tapu Lele. Why not? It's just too good. That's why it's $60 card or whatever. And then on to the singles. I play 1 stand-in Zoroark, just because it's a non-GX attacker for that stupid Hoopa that some people play. But with the Mind Jack, if they have a full bench, it hits for 150, and then the 10 base, which is 160, and then a choice band is 190. So this can also Oko, Buzzwole, and other Pokemon that have 190 HP or less, and it's a 1 prize attacker. And it's also really good, you can stand in and then play Guzma and then go into Golisopod and first impression, right? It just gives you a little bit of variety. Of course, I do play the Coco the promo Tapu Koko, the flying flip is really good. I honestly haven't been using it too often. I do stomp Ho-Oh with it, but other than that, I mean, it is obviously, you know, your ideal starter. And yeah, a couple of flying flips, and then it gets KO. That means it does its job. You know, you get 40 or 60 damage on everything, especially on a full bench. It's just really good. But it's just really mainly used. It's just a free retreater. You Guzma, you come into Coco, you know, do whatever else you need to. Then you free retreat and swing with whatever you want to swing with. That's literally why I play it. And then the other two Pokemon I play, you might not think about, but I have reasoning for them. The first Pokemon I play is actually a Latios from, what set is that? Shining Legends. And I know a lot of people have been like, oh, play the Mewtwo from Evolutions, but I opted to play the Latios. It's actually won me quite a bit of games. The breakthrough attack for DCE, it hits 30 and then 30 to the bench. So with the choice band, it can hit 60, times to Buzzwole is 120, and then 30 to the bench, and it sets up your other Pokemon to get the knockout on big beefy Pokemon. And I actually won my weekly league yesterday with this card because I hit a Zoroark. I hit like a Zoro early with this while I was on the bench for 30, and then I came later in the game and hit it for 150 with like a Righteous Beating, and then I just left it on the bench, and then in game I got like the DC and just sniped the Zoroark for the game. But I have to play this over the Mewtwo because it does have one less retreat cost, which is good. And even though it has a little bit less HP, like I said, the bench damage, it helps set up the Golisopod and the Zoroark for knockouts later in the game. And it's not dependent on how much energy is on your opponent's side. So like with that stupid Hoopa, I mean, you can still hit for 10 and then, you know, hit 30 to the other Hoopa or whatever, instead of, you know, literally just doing 0 because they resist Psychic. So I really like this Latios over the Mewtwo, but it's player preference. And then the other Pokemon I actually play is a Mew EX. Mew EX with Versatile, again, also for the Buzzwole matchup. It's too good. You can copy Mind Jack, you can copy First Impression, which I've done a lot, and I've also copied, of course, Righteous Beating, and just for DCE, and you can just copy, I mean, you can copy anything on the field, but we don't play grass in DCE, so you really only only copy your own attacks, I mean, for the most part. But this Mew EX is just busted. It gives you so much versatility, no pun intended, just to be able to destroy the Buzzwole matchup with these two cards, and, you know, Golisopod for the Lycanrocs. It's just, the matchup's not even that bad. It really isn't. And that's all the Pokemon I run. So on to the supporters and the trainers. Supporters wise, I play for Sycamore. I know, like, a lot of players or whatnot are cutting this down to, you know, 2. I've even seen people play only 1, but it's just really for consistency. I don't really plan on making any changes unless the next set does something miraculous. I guess with Cynthia's, I might switch a couple things. But if you're taking early prizes or whatever, and you get end and you can't really find what you're looking for, at least you can get the Sycamore and just kind of dig deeper for whatever you need, or to just get those dead cards that you got at the end out of your hand, and you can, you know, trade for better stuff later. But yeah, I just like 4. Honestly, don't play 4. I really might only play 1 or 2 a game, depending on what my setup is. If I have 3 or 4 Zoroark, I literally just trade the Sycamore away. You don't need it because you're just gonna see 6 cards each turn. I play 4N. Why not? Offense and defense in the same card. You know what N does. But if they don't play Zoroark or they don't play Octillery, and, you know, they get a couple prizes or whatever, and then you end them to 3, 4, 2, whatever, and then you can still trade. It's really good to lower their hand size and you just increase yours. I play 4 Guzma, which is just amazing. I actually haven't ordered my full art yet, so Bay Boy, stop clowning. Um, for Guzma, it's there when you need it, at all times. At the last League Cup, I literally played Guzma like 6 turns in a row, because I do play puzzle. That's how I was able to keep playing it. But I literally played like Guzma probably like 6 or 7 turns in a row. It just completely stopped the setup. It's really just that good. I actually play 3 Bridgets, which can seem kind of high, but with 3 Bridgets and 3 Tapu Lele in your deck, you have like over like a 80, like it's like an 82 or 83% chance of being able to play Bridget in some form on your first turn, which is what you want to do. You want to start whatever, and then but anything really besides the Lele, of course. But and get the Bridget, 2 Zora, Wimpod, or Zora, Wimpod, Coco, or whatever. And then you just trade it later in the game. So that's why I just play the Bridget. I know a lot of people in my league, well, not a lot, but a couple of people in my league are like 3 Bridget. I'm like, nah, man. But it really is helpful for your first turn setup. Next, I just play 3 Acerola, really for prize denial. Like I said, in the fighting matchup, they can hit you, for like 180, 160, whatever. I've been hit for 200, and then on my Zoroark, and literally just Acerola it up, Acerola, sorry, I can't talk, it up, and just denied prize, and just it's just a really good card. And then the last supporter I play is Amalo. Search your deck for any 2 cards, shuffle your deck, and then put those 2 cards on top. Of course, works really well with trade. You need a DCE and a choice band. You just grab it, shuffle your deck, you put those 2 on top of your deck, and then you trade, and you have the DC and the choice band. So yeah, it's literally just why I play it. And that's all the supporters that I run. Onto the item cards, really self-explanatory. 4 Ultra Ball, it's how you get your Lele, it's how you get your setup, your Zoroarks, the Mew, whatever. I play 4 Puzzle of Time, of course, because since I'll be trading, I can dig to find the other Puzzle of Time quicker. It just gets back resources to be able to access your discard pile at any point with having 2 Puzzle Time in the deck. It's just amazing. I mean, there's really not much more you can say. Oh, you've played 3 Guzma or whatever. Like, I can Puzzle Time, and then if I know they're probably gonna end me, I'll just Puzzle Time and get 2 Guzma and then trade and just be like, yo, I have like 4 cards in my deck or 6 cards in my deck, like I'm guaranteed the Guzma. So yeah, or just whatever, gets your double colors back. It just gets anything back. It's just literally that good. I play 2 choice band. I only play 2 choice band because, like I said, Zoroark and Gliscopod can't hit those magic numbers, so to speak, except for the 170 really with the Gliscopod's Crossing Cut GX. But other than that, it literally, it can just help counter Fighting Fury Belt, and it just mainly helps put a little bit more pressure on your opponent, and it can help guarantee the 2-shot, because like Fighting Fury Belt, it pushes them over like the 200 HP mark, and if you don't have your bench full, whatever, you could be hitting for 100, you could be hitting for 80 or whatever. But with the choice band, literally it just helps guarantee the 2-shot, and that's really why I only play 2. Play 2 Field Blower because Garbodor is still a thing out there. A lot of people at my league, because I've been stomping with this deck, they've been playing Parallel City, which is really, really annoying when I want to set up multiple Zoroark and they Parallel City me, and I have to like get rid of like a Zoroark and a Lele, or Lele and a Wimpod or whatever. So I try to trade into the Field Blower to get rid of their Parallel City so I can have a full bench and really have my setup. Helps get rid of their fields, their stadiums, their choice bands, and their float stones really. But I think 2 is good. 3 I think is a bit much. I mean, I wouldn't play 4, but I wouldn't. You know, I would play 2 or 3. I could see 3 being really good, but I've been okay with 2. And then, like I said, with Puzzle of Time, you could just get them back. So as long as they're not OHKOing me, because you have the Acerola to, you know, heal potentially. I think 2 is okay. And then for Disruption, I do play 2 Enhance Hammer. Comes in clutch for their strong energies, for DCEs, really. Just helps slow down your opponent. Yeah, I mean, that's just a sweet spot. And then for energy wise, I just play 4 double colorless, and then 3 grass energy, which has been working out perfectly for me. I'm never really energy starved, and if I really needed energy after mellow, I have to trade to get into it. But yeah, this is literally the list I've been playing. I'm gonna fully blink it. You know, I'm missing my Ultra Balls, which I'm gonna get those last. I'm not using those. The Guzma, Choice Band, and the Field Blower, it's like whatever. And then I don't care for the gold DCE or the gold grass. I think they're pretty ugly. So I just play the really pretty play and then the Matrix grass energy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the deck. Like I said, I've been on like a little mini tear. I've been going undefeated at tournaments, like LCs and, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, this is pretty much what I'll be playing. Really mainly for the season. Zorak is literally, it's just too good. It's a really busted card. And other than that, I can't really think of anything that can make it better from the next set, except for Cynthia's, which I'll try to get my hands on just to have Cynthia's. Yeah, so any changes that I would make, like I said, I could cut a Sycamore or 2, maybe just go down to 3, maybe even 2, and that can free up some space. I wouldn't cut the Bridget. I love playing it first turn, and like I said, with the 3 Bridget, the 3 Lele's, you have like an 83% chance of being able to play it on your first turn. And then, like I said, you could just trade it away. But if you're not too particular on the Bridget, I mean, just play 2. You know, that might just suffice. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks so much for staying subscribed to me, since I haven't posted in, you know, like 10 months. And yeah, there'll be a lot more videos on the way. I got a lot of cards. I've been really digging into, you know, the current meta, so I have a lot of extra Zorks, a lot of extra just cards just to, you know, build up from when I took a break. So you guys are going to see a lot of deck profiles. I'm going to build, you know, Vikable Bulu and Oh, and came up with Greninja, Zorak Lycanroc, my variant, the fighting deck with Buzzwole and Regirock. What else do I have? Tropical Garb. So you guys are going to be seeing like a lot of deck profile videos coming from me. And yeah, a lot of tournament footage. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, rate, subscribe. Holla at your boy. Peace.